What's good? Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. A-side official, no negotiation needed, period. You already know. Back with another one. I know it's midday. I'm on the road this Friday in the city of the A. Shout out to the Mac Mob. Great live yesterday. It was, man, temperature was rising. So I just wanted to get on here and kind of chop it up and let y'all know Ryan Garcia has submitted his supplements, his personal supplements for testing. Once again, Ryan Garcia has submitted his personal supplements for testing. Remember I did that live on y'all are not going to be happy with the results. Anybody who knows me by now, some things I just don't directly put out there because, you know, you tend to find out people don't appreciate it. If you give them the truth, they try to act like where they heard it from versus somebody totally different. I can't stop the growth of bitches. You know what I'm saying? I can't, man. I can't stop the XXY. I can't do it. It's impossible. So that's why, you know, I pass information off the way I do. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's a hidden code or something. But Ryan Garcia has submitted his supplements for testing. What that means is, with his hair and nail, a lot of y'all are not taking that serious like it matters. You want to look at it like, you know, it's ostarine, it's ostarine. Hey, he submitted it for testing, right? Now he's submitting his personal supplements for testing. If those supplements come back contaminated, some of y'all are gonna be highly upset. I'm not saying I'm advocating for the pretty boy. I'm not saying that. It's just hilarious how y'all are so serious about this. I hear y'all. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear y'all say anything about anything, man. Like, all of a sudden, Ryan Garcia tests positive. Y'all all of a sudden want to get on the brigade to advocate for his righteousness. I mean, for Devin Haney righteousness, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said before, I was going for Devin Haney, and he was the good guy in this shit. He was a good guy. But also, with being a good guy, man, you chose to fight that dude overweight. You can't fight the dude and get paid for that same inclusion, and then come back and say, I want to file paperwork because that inclusion that I accepted for pay, for monetary revenue, right? Monetary payment, all of a sudden it's a violation after I accepted pay. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense for freaking Devin, or it doesn't make any sense for Regis to even come back and have people considering that he has a case. Someone, I'm not saying Team Haney, someone allowed Ryan Garcia to get away with acting a complete fool, right? They allow him to do that. And also they allow him to be obvious enough, excuse me. They allowed him to let it be known, obviously, play around, act like he was crazy, but not crazy enough to be considered insane, not to step in the ring with Devin. And then even when he was considered to be unstable leading up to this fight, April 20th, there still was controversy when he started to carry out the offensive strategy. The controversy was what people see playing out in front of them. They seen this shit playing out. They said, what the hell? There's no way he beating Devin Haney that easy. I said that. I said, there's no way. Y'all remember? I said, there's no way Ryan Garcia beats Devin Haney. He's too skilled. He's too skilled. But when I started seeing Ryan, beating Devin up, I said, okay, where's the adjustments? Because, Crawford, I praise and salute him for being able to make adjustments. Easy. Transparently. Him and the mad scientist Bomac. You know what I'm saying? They're there. You heard the video. You heard the video catch and shoot and turn that hook into turn that jab into a hook. All the damn assignments that was given. But I didn't hear that in Team Haney. That's why I'm a bit lenient with the performance value, because people want to keep on talking about Austrian. Yeah, it sounds good, but a lot of you motherfuckers don't even know what it is. It just sounds good to talk about, and you can compare it to a PED, but a lot of you cats don't know what nutrition is. A lot of you never cut weight in your life. A lot of you never went and dropped 50 freaking pounds and turned that fat into muscle. A lot of you niggas don't know that shit. But all of a sudden you think you experts. A lot of you niggas don't even have the discipline to eat the same thing every day for a whole month until you get some type of results for your body. And then with that results, you got to go through a mental breakdown, right? A mental breakdown and saying, you know what? My body's like R. Kelly song, my body ain't telling me. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is going to start telling you, I want to eat a motherfucking donut. But you can't. You got to stay on the regimen. Some of you don't even have the mental strength to do that shit. So you want to come in here and talk about supplements. You want to come over here and talk about supplements. You want to talk about supplements. Every supplement ain't the same, y'all. Stop getting on here talking about every supplement is the same. Every sup ain't the same. That's lunacy to think that every supplement is the same. Every performance enhancing drug is the same. You have to be out your damn mind to believe every pad is the same. Think about what you're saying. If in life we go to work to be better, to get promotions, to make more money, right? We don't go into a corporate, those of you that's not becoming full-time YouTube, okay? We're talking about the ones who's going out here in the corporate world and trying to advance themselves in life, right? You go in there with the mindset of goals and expectations to basically accelerate, exceed, advance in life, right? Why would supplement companies go into the business to make their supplement like everybody else? Why would all these scientists and engineers go into the business to make a supplement the same as everybody else? Why do supplements, some of them have worse side effects, more severe side effects than others? Why do some, if you can stay on, let's just say HGH. HGH hasn't been known. It depends on the quantity. From what I read, it doesn't allow you to lose your hair and shit like that. But you get on sups like Deca, Nandrolone, all these anabolics and shit. You see a lot of cats like The Rock, allegedly. They lost their hair, they're bald headed. You see a lot of dudes that was heavy roid users. Their hair is gone. People can see you in shape. I remember when I posted my pic, I had some haters up here talking about I was on the juice, right? So I said, you don't even know how to look at somebody and see if they're on the you don't even know how to look at muscle bellies. You don't know how to look at the texture of their skin. You don't know any of that shit. You just say, damn, I ain't know so-and-so look like that. So you just exclude all the discipline that it took. The meal prep. A lot of you niggas don't even know how to meal prep. A lot of you niggas think Well, I just go ahead and take a supplement and I'm going to get the results that I'm looking. It don't work like that, bro. You can't go up here and say, look, I'm going to give you a perfect example. I used to see these dudes in the gym that looked all bloated and shit. Looked like a goddamn beluga whale on land. They walking around with ILS. They got their arms out. And I just used to see them look all bloated. They always used to say, hey man, how you get so shredded, dude? I said, diet. They didn't want to hear that. Oh man, dude, I eat my chicken 2 days a week, you know, eat some rice and a veggie. I said, what veggie you eat? Tell me that, what veggie you eat? Well, it all depends. See, that's where you're wrong at. You got to know what to eat. The reason why I'm going this route is some of you dudes just think that it's okay to take any performance enhancing drug because it can have adverse effects on a fighter that's trying to lose weight and trying to cut down. It can. Some subs, if you don't know what you're doing, it can really fuck your body up to the point where you might end up with something like Virgil Ortiz. Your organs start to fail you. Everybody just can't go up here and jump on pads. Every pad ain't the same. It's some oil-based pads. I've seen motherfuckers that do pads and use dirty used needles and they end up getting a cyst on, you know, in the injection site. I've been reading up on this shit damn near my entire life on and off. Bitch, you better get off my ass, man, before you be paying for this motherfucking Rolls Royce truck. What's good, Carlos? I see you on deck, man. Shout out to all those that's in the chat, and shout out to the strays that's on deck. You know what I'm saying? Eat those crumbs I left you. Eat those doo-doo crumbs out there, okay? I put some goddamn sprinkles, some Dunkin' Donut sprinkles, some donut sprinkles on there just to goddamn have you thinking it's something else. Anyway, back to the task, right? Look, yo, you have supplements that's oil-based. You know what I'm saying? You have some that deals with water retention. You have a lot of substance out there, cause PEDS is a supplement, and people look at Ryan Garcia, and they don't ever need to think that what Bill Haney was saying on that video was fentanyl is killing people. Bill, I mean, sometimes off camera, man, you make me laugh, dog. I ain't gonna lie, Bill. Bill, I hope you ain't serious on that fentanyl shit. But it's never been an athlete that I've known or conversed with that said that they want to try fentanyl to see what the damn transformation is going to look like. See if they can get some gains off fentanyl. Anyway, back to the PEDS. All these PEDS are not the same, yo. All right? It's not the same. It's not the same. All these PEDS are not the same. Y'all need to understand that. They're not the same. I'll say again, you have some that basically you have to be on them for a certain amount of weeks, and then you get yourself off of them because it will start to have a bad effect on your organs. Understand the word I just used, organs. Organs. When you talk about PEDS, you know, and hearing Bill say a junkie, Bill know what junkies is. I know what a junkie is. A junkie is never something that you call an athlete just because they tested. We're not going to act like Jarrell Miller didn't test positive for EPO. EPO is lethal. It gives you way more advancements than ostrich. I'm just being real with you. I'm just being real, man. Yeah, I'm just being real. It gives you way more advantage than ostrich. But I'm gonna give you a perfect example on why some of you all are running with narratives without the education. Let WCS give you a little bit of curriculum. Just because you're on, in this particular case, just because you're now on a path to use a new profound word, ostrich. There's not a case out here that you can prove every fighter that popped dirty in a fight won that fight. It's impossible. Every fighter that has popped dirty has never always won their fight. Let's get that clear. It doesn't give you all this incredible strength, this unbelievable position in life that you used to see yourself as just a mere mortal, and you take this shit and now you immortal. No, that's not the way it works, people. That's not the way it fucking works. Believe me. Example, I told you Jarrell Miller tested with EPO and GW. Two potent pets. I mean, you want to talk about protesting? Two potent pets. Then nobody want to really hold that same energy with Jarrell Miller. And let's just take one of his, EPO. EPO is way more potent and lethal than Ostarine. EPO, you have to inject. You have to take that. That's not something that you're going to say, oh my God, EPO. It was in my supplements. I have a one-a-day vitamin, and they found EPO to be in it. No, EPO is what you have to take manually. And you feel the effects of EPO. You feel the effects, y'all. It is extremely night and day from Ostarine. But yet, Jarrell Miller popped positive with Anthony Joshua, and I don't hear anything on the YTC except, oh man, Jarrell, he fucked up again, man. Jarrell, he blew millions, man. Jarrell told me to his face that he fucked up. He told me to his face, to my face, he fucked up. I respect him for that. He said to my face, I fucked up. I could have dropped the dime on plenty of people, but I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He said he fucked up, y'all. He never had the chance to go in there and fight Anthony Joshua, so I can use his performance as an example. He never had the opportunity. Real talk. He never had the opportunity, man. So let's get to TJ Dillashaw. TJ Dillashaw was in a situation where he was considered to be one of the best bantamweights ever in mixed martial arts, right? So when Henry Cejudo, one of the few only American gold wrestling, Mexican gold medal wrestlers in the Olympics, it got to a point where Dana White was trying to make this match between Henry Cejudo and TJ Dillashaw. It got to a point where Henry Cejudo talked himself out of a freaking A-side. You know, because they was talking, they said, hey, you beat Demetrius Johnson. We traded Demetrius Johnson out to one championship, and we brought over Ben Askren. Hey, do you want to have a champ fight at 125 flyweight to 135 bantamweight? And somehow him and Dana fell out because, you know, Henry Cejudo was talking too many numbers. So then it came down to them offering TJ Dillashaw to move down to 125 and fight. Okay? So anybody who's seen TJ Dillashaw know he's super shredded. Super shredded. I mean, when the opening, when Bruce Buffer is up here pretty much, you know, doing the fighter's introduction, and TJ Dillashaw would let out this roar, I mean, his body's just shredded. And you say, damn, he barely have any body fat. Well, when he stepped down to fight flyweight champion Henry Cejudo at the time, I mean, he was considered to be one of the best, man. Real talk. He had knocked out Cody Garbrandt. He had beat the DC. You know, he was considered to be one of the best, just like DC, Dominique Cruz. He gets down there, he gets knocked out in the first round with Henry Cejudo. Lost his belt. Not only did he lose his belt, but after he popped positive for EPO, he was suspended for, I believe, 2 years. This is based off USADA and shit that the drug, you know, what the UFC used. So, you know, he lost his belt, tested dirty for EPO, knocked out in the first round, and then suspended. And I said all that to let y'all know that just because somebody's on PEDs don't mean it improves their performance. It improves their skill set as a pugilist, as a professional combat specialist. It doesn't do that, y'all. It might make them feel a certain way, but it doesn't give them any incredible freaking template to go out here like you're playing Mortal Kombat. You're not building up a character. You're human. You're going off what you have learned, what you have cached, your cachet of skill set, your arsenal. That's all you can go off of. The rest of the shit, you know, you putting up here, yeah, you're going to feel like a goddamn, you know, feel good and shit like that with your recovery doing training. But when it comes down to that goddamn fight, it's IQ against IQ, will for will, skill for skill. And in the end, it should be one man standing and the other one considered a kill. That's just the way it is. So y'all Osterine experts, stop tripping. Stop sitting up here acting like this is some potent and comparing that shit to goddamn recreational freaking drugs that can get you addicted. Motherfuckers don't get addicted off PEDs unless they feel that is something they got to keep up with. I'm going to give you another example and educate y'all cats, right? Because I understand that some of y'all just sit behind the mic and your only education is saying that, you know, I heard this from somebody's live. Listen, I've been doing this for a while, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to read. For real. I'm going to give you another shocker. I'm going to give you another shocker. I've been telling people this for the longest of time as to why I watch MMA and BJJ. Y'all ready? We have a boxing community that's over here griping, whining, and bitching about Osterine, even though Devin did everything correctly, bro. I'm not going against the brother. He did everything he's supposed to. He was a profession. He cut the weight. He made weight. Okay, I get it, bro. This is where your education takes another freaking page, another chapter. Not in the same book. We're not in the goddamn boxing shit. We over here to BJJ. You know BJJ don't test for PEDs. Now you might say to yourself, why would they do that? Why would they just let these athletes? How can you have so many people going in here competing in a sport and they don't test for PEDs? They have the absolute division where you have a guy that may outweigh his opponent by 100 pounds. But yet in boxing, we're complaining. We're talking about joint manipulation. We're talking about grappling. We're talking about on the highest level. We're talking about cats that look like nerds, school kids, gamers. Some of them are gamers, and they are absolutely mat predators, mercenaries. They're mat soldiers. They're mat serial killers. The on the mat is totally different. They're not over there whining about PEDs. Competition is competition. You know what I'm saying? Competition is competition, bro. They're wrestling. It's a whole different sport. But over here in the boxing community, they busy over here saying, I want to cry about pads. Man, they have the absolute division. Boxing don't have an absolute division. We're talking about being able to possibly break somebody's bones, shred their knee, break their joints. You know what I'm saying? Fracture, tear their knee apart, put them to sleep, break their arm. That is a tough ass sport. Why doesn't it have PD testing? Why is boxing over here continue to gripe and complain to my so-and-so outweighed me by this? You signed the documentation. You was okay with no rehydration clause. So you choose to go in there. But see, I'm always going to use Dimitri Bivol because he's new, he's fresh in people's mind. He beat the brakes off freaking Gilberto, my boy Zerto. He beat the brakes off of him. Zerto came in there looking like he was all heavyweight. Not light heavyweight. He was all heavyweight. And Bivol beat the brakes off of him. Damn near stopped him. But yet in the smaller weight classes where the more popularity evolves and shit like that, and people feel it's damn more entertainment for combo, they want to sit up here and whine about shit that other sports, they don't even worry about that. They say, hey, if you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me off skill. Who cares what you got? If you are a walking motherfucking chemist, so what? I believe my skills are better than yours. That's what they say, bro. Y'all sit up here focused on the wrong shit. Y'all focused on the wrong shit, bro. Y'all sitting up here trying to act like motherfuckers' hands glow because they on pads. It's been people that be on pads and get their ass whooped. Well, I keep mentioning Oscar Valdez. They felt he lost that fight against Conceição. He tested positive for pads. The fight was still allowed to go on. Didn't he have some more in his system? Yes. And he didn't look good in that fight, yo. Boxing, y'all got to do better. Y'all do cry and bitch and whine and worry about the wrong shit, man. That's why I say I can't imagine if Wilder or Crawford ever tested dirty. You know what I'm saying? They tested dirty before, though. A lot of people may disregard it. They tested dirty before. They tested dirty for greatness, goddammit. They tested dirty for greatness. Yeah, that's been proven. They tested dirty for greatness. So Ryan Garcia is submitting his personal while the masses are out here on the YouTube out here trying to think they're going to establish new legislation. It's the year of president. Maybe we could go up there and say, can we move this to be voted on in the House? There has to be a change. They have to clean up. Come on, man. Bill, I can't go for this, dog. Come on, Bill. Dude. You know it's not anywhere in hell that you can group boxing as one mass. Boxing is not considered one of nothing. The sport of boxing is a part of a system, Bill. People may not want to repeat or reciprocate what I'm saying about a system. I've been saying it forever. Boxing is in a system. Boxing operates off a system. Within that system, you have certain departments. Every department doesn't have to run the same way across the board to effectively operate on the same format. Boxing has somewhat the same format. Just different people running that format. You have different referees, you have different judges, you have different commissions, you have different promoters, and also you have different fighters. With those fighters, they are ranked differently. You know, the quality of that fighter is different. Everything changes up, but clearly the format is pretty similar in the sport of boxing. That's all I'm saying. It's pretty similar. It's just when you get down to it and you have a situation to play out like this, all because you have some fighters that's more popular than others. People up here saying, hey, this is a travesty. He should be banned. You sound stupid. I can understand Bill's frustration and anger. I can understand why he want to get on here and vilify Ryan Garcia. I understand this shit. But some of the analogies that you was using was hilarious, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if this shit was serious. I mean, like, I can't take you serious on some of this shit, because there's no way in hell that you're gonna convince me that a recreational drug, something that can chemically change your body, not for the better, for the worse. Last time I checked, fighters ain't taking PEDs to kill themselves and die. Fighters are taking PEDs because it's considered a performance enhancement. All dope descriptions are not the same. The definition doesn't follow in line just because you say dope. Okay, what do you mean? Automatically, we've been conditioned in life to say dope is something that's off the street. Dope. What is it then? Tell me specifics. Now, if you get in professional sports, they would say something to the extent of doping. So-and-so was suspended for doping. That means you used a performance-enhancing drug. All right? But when they're being descriptive about professional athletes violating the health and wellness policies, that's another healthy term, health and wellness policies, per the standards of the NBA or the NFL and all that shit. They usually don't use doping, except if you have a scandal like Balco. You know what I'm saying? Well, all of these big time athletes' name came up, and Victor Conte, here you go, huh? Yeah. Can I get me a salami sandwich? Can you go to Sonic, get me a salami sandwich and a burger and fry? Tell you everything you need to know, and give me one of those shakes too. A lot of athletes was accused of doping, but in this case, people don't say you was on that dope. They're not going to go up there and say that these athletes that's in professional sports, oh, you're a dope fiend. If somebody call you a dope fiend, they're really looking for those recreational drugs. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to consider you to say, okay, that involves performance enhancing drugs. That's not the way it is. Get that out your system. Just get it out your system, yo. That's not it. That's not it at all. And then, like I was saying before, Bill want to advocate for a clean sport, but he wasn't advocating for a clean sport before. You want to advocate for a clean sport because it has now hit home for you. It has now hit home. But when they call you boy over in Australia, you wasn't advocating for civil rights. You wasn't going up there trying to speak to Louis Farrakhan, a Muslim brother of yours, or anything to try to say, hey, let's protest. No, you was steadily trying to get your behind over there in Australia to be with your fam. You know what I'm saying? That's what you was trying to do based off the laws of there. So you had to play it cool. Now, you find it easily accessible to say, oh, we need to clean up the sport. Never have I heard him really be adamant about cleaning up the motherfucking sport, yo. How do you clean up boxing? If everybody's testing is different, you have different decision makers across the board. How are you going to clean this shit up? That's just like me going out here to the roadway. Going out here in the roadway with a broom. And I sweep a small area. And I bring out a dustpan, I sweep that motherfucking dust off the street into a dustpan. Have I cleaned up the city? Fuck no, I ain't cleaned up the city. That's what you get when you in boxing. You want to go up here and you want to protest and rant and rave. It's not going to do anything, man. I don't know. All this screaming and yelling, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, it's a lot of other things I can consider disgraceful besides Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia acted. He was telling everybody it was an act. He was doing things that people was laughing at. Excuse me. None of these motherfuckers was holding Ryan Garcia accountable. They didn't ask him the hard questions. You know what I'm saying? Asking straight up. You know, well, I did hear about 2, maybe 3 people say, well, did you actually take drugs? You know what I'm saying? And then when he was on the Carissa Shield, she didn't even hold him accountable. I still gotta go to this, man. My people, y'all gotta keep it funky. Don't keep it stanky. You know what I'm saying? That's a difference. Y'all gotta keep it funky. Seriously, y'all, if you willing to give all this damn intensity to your own people, but you want to go out there and switch up Ryan, and you've accomplished way more than Ryan, that was disgusting. Seeing one of my sisters go up here and bow down to a pretty boy. What does that say? You can give all the brothers all the dissension and rhetoric, but yet when it comes to Ryan, and he say, what about the Nandrolone? And come on now, girl. You know me. You know I don't take that. You know. And then even said he was great. You know you're a super great guy. What? The man, hey, Bill was right on this. Bill said he don't have no motherfucking championships, dog. So how you gonna call that man a superstar? Man don't have no championships, bro. What about the Austrian? Man, come on, bro. You want to talk about a disgusting freaking interview? That was disgusting. Because you got a male up there, a different ethnicity, damn talking some violation shit, talking about breeding hybrid baby, making fun of, let's have a baby just because, you know what I'm saying? When you got black fathers that's always being criticized about not being in the household, being absent from their kid's life. And now this video is out there where you have a person that has been overly aggressive in expressing themselves, right? They didn't do shit for a guy who, you know, look, her attitude should have been like Bill's attitude. But she's showing, check this out. What Shields did not to bring her into this, you co-signed the shit. You didn't show, hey Bill, she didn't show no freaking seriousness about Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia. Look, Devin Haney, the brother, was the one that was fighting Ryan Garcia, but she was extra nice to Ryan Garcia, the alleged culprit, the suspect. He didn't get no backlash. You're a superstar, Ryan. Yeah. What about Ostrich? Ostrich? I don't know where that shit came from, but you know me. I don't have to do no drugs. I always said that I ain't never took no steroids. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end, he started talking about, come up here and spar me so I can knock you out. If that wasn't the worst video, he dangles the fight fans along for the Devin Haney fight. He goes up here and does the same thing with Shields. The same thing when he's saying, hey, we need to have a baby. We need to have a baby. When I beat David Benavidez, why don't me and you make a baby? You know I'm engaged, right? Nah, not this. Hey, stop, Ryan. That's being disrespectful. You know damn well I have a fiance. I've been engaged for 2 years. Stop being disrespectful. If that was me, she would have been trying to shut everything down. Oh, a sexual harassment. He's been trying to get with me. He's a perv. He's weird. He's a weirdo. He's strange. But just as a pretty boy, Bill, you should understand your people, Bill. She didn't defend. There's a boxer, 3-time undisputed. She didn't defend your son at all. But yet, you project energy at Floyd Mayweather, right? And we don't even know if he has anything to do with this. But your energy should be strictly on Ryan Garcia. If now you're saying Floyd maybe has something to do with the pairs, look, your focus should be strictly on where it was the whole time. And you should be focused on Ryan Garcia. Because, Bill, you know I had the video out there a long time ago on Ryan Garcia. I told him. I did a freaking put a vid out there where I put Ryan Garcia in the middle of a pendulum. I did a live stream on it. I did a live stream, put him on the Duck Masters Coalition. Way back, yo. There's no other fighter that's on my freaking archive that I've personally did a video on, a recording, than Ryan Garcia. Way back. I said he's cap beyond. I saw through the pretty boy effect long time ago. I said this dude's a goddamn liar, bro. Y'all hold it down. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. I'm out.